We have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man will go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
Queen.
sense.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
In my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get mad. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X to my jeans and I got...
I'm unapologetically black for all rhymes and reason. I give no apologies for my blackness, giving rhyme or reasons. Black all the time, no matter the time of season. We spice up everything and add our flavor, we the seasoning. Hated by many, but admired by most. We the baddest from the U.S. to the Ivory Coast. We don't have to exert our power, we just simply ghost. We've been put down, let down, and hung out to dry. But through all of it, we still keep our heads to the sky. Black forever, forever. I'm unapologetically black. We rise like unapologetic, yeah, we're the chosen. From the streets to the stage, the power's awoken. Black magic in our veins. Feel the motion, warriors of change. Pushing through every notion. No chains can hold us, we break through like oceans. Educate, elevate, that's our devotion.
Another Queen Ahmadiyyah production.
I'm unapologetically black for all rhymes and reason. I give no apologies for my blackness, giving rhyme or reasons. Black all the time, no matter the time of season. We spice up everything and add our flavor, we the seasoning. Hated by many, but admired by most. We the baddest from the U.S. to the Ivory Coast. We don't have to exert our power, we just simply ghost. We've been put down, let down, and hung out to dry. But through all of it, we still keep our heads to the sky. Black forever, forever. I'm unapologetically black. Still pushing through the struggle, can't keep us down. Voices loud from the underground to every town. Shades of excellence, ain't no hiding, won't back down. From the roots to the U.S. in the city's crown. Stay shining bright despite the hate they lay. Our culture's fire burns strong night and day. Black forever, the spirit won't decay. Raise the banner high, cause we here to stay. Sally, stay shine, but go in a level I talk, so I cry, Sally. Angel, you command, your thoughts are demands, and it's turn on Sally. I'm unapologetically black for all rhymes and reason. I give no apologies for my blackness, giving rhyme or reasons. Black all the time, no matter the time of season. We spice up everything and add our flavor, we the seasoning. Hated by many, but admired by most. We the baddest from the U.S. to the Ivory Coast. We don't have to exert our power, we just simply ghost. We've been put down, let down, and hung out to dry. But through all of it, we still keep our heads to the sky. Black forever, forever. I'm unapologetically black. We rise like unapologetic, yeah, we're the chosen. From the streets to the stage, the power's awoken. Black magic in our veins. Feel the motion, warriors of change. Pushing through every notion.
Black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, I'm blacker than black.
All right. Hello, everyone. I played that specifically for Kabami. So let's get into it. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your morning wake-up call. All right. So let's get those likes up. All right. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. All right. And as per usual, if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Okay, hello, Locked Queen Candy J in the house. Claudette, Juju is here. Said the Queen is queening. Thank you. All right, Stacy is here. Stacy Quinton, Mr. Elevation, Deronda, All Hell Nah, Buckhorse DC, James Allen is here. Tangi. All right, Bithia in the house. Nessie X Queen Mona Huey, Jane. Okay, so let's get into it. Everyone get those likes up. Mr. Elevation said, Queen, that red is popping. Thank you, beloved. Okay, so let's get this party started because you all know that Kabami and her running mate, Tim Walz, they did an interview. And so we're going to talk about it. Hey, Vince, I am from the UK, 504 Nola, Khalid. All right, Charm, Stacy, and Gerald in the house, Dragon Lily, Reeducated Soul. All right. So anyway, they did an interview. And so we're going to get into it, okay? We got to see what they're talking about, all right? Because I'm feeling like Kabami's just lied about everything she said, okay? I just don't believe a word of it. So let's get into it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Before I get started with that, let's have a word from my sponsors at 12 Tribes. Here we go.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
All right, so go to Lisa Crafts at Etsy.com to get your 12 Tribes, and also you can purchase it on Walmart.com. Okay, so let's get into it. Lights up, everyone, please. Like and share. All right. Here we go, because this is all nefarious. Pay attention.
Madam Vice President, Governor Walz, thank you so much for sitting down with me and bringing the bus. The bus tour is well underway here in Georgia. You have less time to make your case to voters than any candidate in modern American history. The voters are really eager to hear what your plans are. If you are elected, what would you do on day one in the White House?
Well, there are a number of things. I will tell you, first and foremost, one of my highest priorities is to do what we can to support and strengthen the middle class. When I look at the aspirations, the goals, the ambitions of the American people, I think that people are ready for a new way forward, in a way that generations of Americans have been fueled by hope and by optimism. I think, sadly, in the last decade, we have had in the former president someone who has really been pushing an agenda and an environment that is about diminishing the character and the strength of who we are as Americans, really dividing our nation. And I think people are ready to turn the page on that.
So what would you do day one?
Day one, it's going to be about, one, implementing my plan for what I call an opportunity economy. I've already laid out a number of proposals in that regard, which include what we're going to do to bring down the cost of everyday goods, what we're going to do to invest in America's small businesses, what we're going to do to invest in families, for example, extending the child tax credit to $6,000 for families for the first year of their child's life, to help them buy a car seat, to help them buy baby clothes, a crib.
Okay, so I had to stop it right there, guys, because I just want to let you all know that it sounds like, and just in my opinion, you know, just from her demeanor and the way she's speaking, she seems like she's making some of this up as she goes. Okay, I'm sorry. Juju B said, it's ridiculous. Please stop. Okay. So that all being said, shout out to my moderators in the chat putting in work. Okay, Claudette said, first year. What? Okay, Denise said, we're buying clothes now. Okay, right. And who can't afford a car seat? Okay, Durana said exactly. Greta Lee says, okay, tax plan for baby car seats. Nah, not here for it. Okay, I mean, is she serious right now? She's literally making this up as she goes. Okay, just keep listening. Also, shout out to James Allen. Thank you for your very kind contribution, beloved. Said, Queen been giving us work all week. Thank you. I appreciate you. Now, with that all being said, let's get back to the BS, because that's all it is.
There's the work that we're going to do that is about investing in the American family around affordable housing, a big issue in our country right now. So there are a number of things on day one.
What about you?
Well, I'm excited about this agenda too. As I said, the idea of inspiring America to what can be. And I think many of these things that the vice president's proposing are things that we share in values. And the child tax credit is one we know that reduces childhood poverty by 1/3. We did it in Minnesota. To have a federal partner in this, unbelievable, I think, in the impact that we can make.
You talked about, you call it the opportunity economy. You are well aware that right now many Americans are struggling. There's a crisis of affordability. One of your campaign themes is we're not going back. But I wonder what you say to voters who do want to go back when it comes to the economy specifically, because their groceries were less expensive.
Hello.
Housing was more affordable when Donald Trump was president.
Facts.
Well, let's start with the fact that when Joe Biden and I came in office, during the height of a pandemic, we saw over 10 million jobs were lost. People, I mean, literally, we were all tracking the numbers. Hundreds of people a day were dying because of COVID. The economy had crashed. In large part, all of that because of mismanagement by Donald Trump of that crisis. When we came in, our highest priority was to do what we could to rescue America. And today, we know that we have.
Okay, I got to stop right here because she's lying through her teeth. Now, I want you to pay attention. She talking about the pandemic and all of that and saying that it was due to Trump's mismanagement. But I'm sorry, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. At the end of the day, this is her and Biden's BS. Okay, this is her and Biden's BS. Wouldn't you agree? Because at the end of the day, it was her and Biden. Wasn't it her and Biden who imposed the lockdowns, or am I confused? Okay, one's in the chat if you think this is her and Biden's fault. Two's if you think it's Trump's fault. One's if you think it's her and Biden. Two's if you think it's Trump. Okay, let's talk about it. Thank you. She needs to have several seats. Okay, because I'm sorry, who mandated the venom? And at the end of the day, those mandates led to the economy being worse because many people had to retire early, as I've told you before. Many people had to quit their jobs because they refused the venom. Okay, and they were mandated. You know, Trump at least gave people a choice. They did not. All right. And let's not forget the businesses, specifically small businesses, because these corporations like Walmart, Sam's Club, and etc., they did not suffer. Okay, they didn't lose anything. But these little small businesses, specifically mom and pop shops, which are disproportionately owned by people who look like me, those businesses went out of business because of shutdowns and all of that. So she needs to sit down somewhere. Honey, don't try to blame this on Trump. I mean, the truth is the light, but let's continue.
Inflation at under 3%. A lot of our policies have led to the reality that America recovered faster than any wealthy nation around the world. But you are right. Prices, in particular for groceries, are still too high. The American people know it, I know it, which is why my agenda includes what we need to do to bring down the price of groceries. For example, dealing with an issue like price gouging.
Hold on right here. I got to stop again. I'm sorry, you guys. I have to keep interrupted every time she tells a lie because I don't want to forget, because, you know, she's going on with this word salad. Here's the thing. She said groceries are still too high. And then she talks about price gouging. Yikes. You've been in office for 4 years. If you know that groceries are too darn high, why haven't you and Biden done anything to lower them? Okay, why haven't they done anything to lower the price of groceries thus far? So we're supposed to believe that she's going to get in here and do something that she's already had an opportunity to do and didn't. And I want you all to also pay attention. Yes, she's a lying witch, Claudette, beloved. Absolutely. Now, I want you all to pay attention to how she flip-flops some things that she's even previously said. She is a liar who lies. And I, for one, don't know why liars lie. Please pay attention.
What we need to do to extend the child tax credit to help young families be able to take care of their children in their most formative years. What we need to do to bring down the cost of housing. My proposal includes what would be a tax credit of $25,000 for first-time home buyers, so they can just have enough to put a down payment on a home.
Hold on, I need to respond to a comment. Okay, Bijal says the vice president doesn't have any power, Queen. Well, yes, beloved, I know that. That's why I said her and Biden. Because here's the thing. No one can convince me that the president of the United States, no matter who that president is, that their vice president cannot advise them, tell them things that are issues and suggest to them certain things that need to be done. That's why you have a vice president. The vice president doesn't have a whole lot of work to do. Okay, the only thing she was specifically appointed to do was to watch that border, which she did not. That being said, if she knows, as I just said, that the prices of groceries are too high, she could have easily gone to Biden and said, listen, Joe, We did it, Joe. Didn't she say that? Okay, so she could go to him and say, listen, Joe, prices are too high. You know, people are struggling, having a hard time. Maybe we should impose something so that, you know, groceries are lowered, or so that there's no price gouging. Like I said, no matter what, she could have done all of this. I mean, she didn't have to specifically do it, but she could have advised Joe to do it. So that's my whole point. All right, we know that the president is in charge rather than her, but at the end of the day, all I'm saying is, if these are such good ideas now, why didn't she give these same good ideas to Biden? Okay, please pay attention. At the end of the day, it's all BS. It's all BS. All right, nobody can make it make sense as far as I'm concerned.
Which is part of the American dream and their aspiration, but do it in a way that allows them to actually get on the path to achieving that goal and that dream.
So you have been vice president for 3.5 years.
Yeah.
The steps that you're talking about now, why haven't you done them already?
Well, first of all, we have to recover as an economy, and we have done that. I'm very proud of the work that we have done that has brought inflation down to less than 3%. The work that we have done to cap the cost of insulin at $35 a month for seniors. Donald Trump said he was going to do a number of things, including allowing Medicare to negotiate drug prices. Never happened. We did it. So now, as I travel in the state of Georgia and around our country, the number of seniors that have benefited. I was in Nevada recently, a grandmother who showed me her receipts. And before we capped the cost of insulin for seniors at $35 a month, she was paying hundreds of dollars, up to thousands of dollars a month for her insulin. She's not doing that anymore.
You maintain Bidenomics is a success.
I maintain that when we do the work of bringing down prescription medication for the American people, including capping the cost of the annual cost of prescription medication for seniors at $2,000, when we do what we did in the first year of being in office to extend the child tax credit so that we cut child poverty in America by over 50%, when we do what we have done to invest in the American people and bringing manufacturing back to the United States so that we created over 800,000 new manufacturing jobs, bringing business back to America.
Again, I'm calling BS, okay? You mean to tell me that they cut child poverty by 50%? Where's her receipts? Now, see, we have to be using critical thinking skills here, beloveds. At the end of the day, she can sit here and say all of this, but is anyone, including the interviewer, fact-checking her? Okay, yes, Christopher Perkins, a bunch of lies. She's saying, Greta says, we who? Exactly. She says, now let me just do a quick search, because she says that they cut child poverty by 50%. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Let me just do a quick search real quick. I'll let you guys keep listening while I'm looking this up, as a matter of fact.
What we have done to improve the supply chain so we're not relying on foreign governments to supply American families with their basic needs, I'll say that that's good work. There's more to do, but that's good work.
I want to get some clarity.
I'm sorry. I absolutely cannot. Say what now? Did she literally just say so that foreign countries are not dependent on to supply Americans with their basic needs? When the hell have foreign countries been relied on to supply us with our basic needs? This isn't a third world country. How many of you have relied on foreign countries to give you your basic needs? Okay, which would be food, shelter, water, gas prices. Okay, I'm sorry, what? How is any of us needing this from foreign countries? Do y'all hear this BS? Thank you. Claudette says never. Okay. Greta says, Queen, rescue me from these lies, okay? James Allen says, yes, she said that, Queen. Okay, this is all BS. Bijal says, have y'all seen how bad it is in other countries? We got it good in comparison. Honey, I don't give a damn what's going on in other countries. That ain't got a darn thing to do with me and this one. Because at the end of the day, this is supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave. Okay? But it isn't. All right? Please make it all make sense. We can't compare what we're going through here in this country to what goes on in other countries, beloved, because we don't live in those countries. That has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. Okay, at the end of the day, we're supposed to be having certain things in this country. We should not have a whole homeless crisis with people being homeless on the streets, including disabled veterans who fought for this darn country. That don't have nothing to do with another country, okay? And at the end of the day, here's the thing. They don't have proper mental health care facilities for people suffering from illnesses and things like that. And see, this is why many people lose their lives each year due to the police being called for medical crises, where these police don't know how to deal with these folks. So that's a problem as well. And the bottom line is, why the hell do we have a homeless crisis, but they can allow these illegal immigrants to come over here breaking federal laws and giving them all of these darn benefits, thousands of food stamps a month, thousands of dollars a month? Like, please make it make sense, honey. This don't have nothing to do with foreign countries, beloved. I just hate to be the bearer of bad news.
On where you stand on some key policy issues. Energy is a big one. When you were in Congress, you supported the Green New Deal. And in 2019, you said, quote, "There is no question I'm in favor of banning fracking." Fracking, as you know, is a pretty big issue, particularly in your must-win state of Pennsylvania.
Sure.
Do you still want to ban fracking?
No, and I made that clear on the debate stage in 2020, that I would not ban fracking. As vice president, I did not ban fracking. As president, I will not ban fracking.
In 2019, I believe, at a town hall, you said you were asked, would you commit to implementing a federal ban on fracking on your first day in office? And you said, there's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. So yes. So it changed in that campaign?
In 2020, I made very clear where I stand. We are in 2024, and I've not changed that position, nor will I going forward. I kept my word, and I will keep my word.
What made you change that position at the time?
Well, let's be clear. My values have not changed. I believe it is very important.
See, this is what I'm talking about. She's sitting here and she's flip-flopping. Okay, she previously said that she wanted to get rid of fracking. Now she's saying that she's opposed to getting rid of it. See, this is all lies. Okay, she's saying whatever she thinks people want to hear, folks. Whatever she said previously is the way she really feels. You have to ask yourselves, from 4 years ago till now, what is it that has made her change her mind so drastically? Okay, please pay attention.
Important that we take seriously what we must do to guard against what is a clear crisis in terms of the climate. And to do that, we can do what we have accomplished thus far. The Inflation Reduction Act, what we have done to invest, by my calculation, over probably $1 trillion over the next 10 years, investing in a clean energy economy. What we've already done, creating over 300,000 new clean energy jobs. That tells me, from my experience as vice president, we can do it without banning fracking. In fact, Dana, I cast the tie-breaking vote that actually increased leases for fracking as vice president. So I'm very clear about where I stand.
And was there some policy or scientific data that you saw that you said, oh, okay, I get it now?
What I have seen is that we can grow and we can increase a thriving clean energy economy without banning fracking.
Okay.
Switch to Square and join over 4 million businesses worldwide.
Okay, we're going to continue with some more of this because I have some extra clips. That was just the first part. But here's the thing. So at the end of the day, Kabami's lying. Kabami is in fact lying, and I'm gonna tell you right now, okay? So I have the receipts. What she's doing is she's telling half truths. She's literally telling half truths. Okay. Now, for one, she says they decreased child poverty by 50%. Well, that's almost true, because according to my calculations, in 2016, the child poverty rate was 15.6. That was that. I'm sorry. In 2016, it was 15.6%, down from 19.7% in 2015. So it went down in 2016. Then in 2020, When they first got in office, it was down to 9.7%. So that is almost half, but not quite. But here's the thing. That was when they first got in office. Did they really get it down that quick when they were in office? Well, of course not. That was the lingering effects from when Trump was in office. Now keep listening, because then it increased significantly by 2022. Okay, it increased in 2022, returning to pre-pandemic levels. So she's just lying. The only thing she was truthful about is that, yes, while they were in office, it was down by almost half. But that was from Trump, because how could they have done it so quickly when they first got in office? Because that's in 2020, as I said. All right. So I'm sorry. Please make it all make sense. Please make it all make sense. And as a matter of fact, hold on. That was a decrease from 12.6% in 2019, but the rate increased again to 12.4% in 2022 to the pre-pandemic levels. Yeah. Okay. So I'm sorry. All right. This is all crazy at the end of the day. And it says the decrease in child poverty in 2020 and 2021 was largely due to pandemic social safety net expansions, such as stimulus payments. Hello, who gave us stimulus payments? I'm sorry, wasn't that Trump? Did Trump give us the stimulus payments, or was that Biden? Because the stimulus payments were part of the reason for it being decreased. You all see what I'm saying? So you have to research. You can't just sit here and let liars lie. Okay, like Annabelle says, as I said, those stupid 19 checks. Exactly. Okay, so I'm sorry. She's sitting there trying to take credit for what Trump clearly did. No, honey, we're not about to do that. Okay, let's just tell the truth and shame the devil. Kabammy. All right. Now, let me pull up another clip of this interview where they ask her about the border. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. See how we're catching her in all kinds of lies? And like I said, you have to pay attention to what she says and then fact check it. You see, this is what they do to Trump all the time. Okay. Now, mind you, I'm not for Kabammy or Trump, but what I do notice, and this is why I say that it appears to me that the fix is already in, because they go back and fact check every little thing that Trump says, but nobody's fact checking what she says. Okay. Maybe Fox News. But other than that, who's fact checking what she says? She's just saying a whole bunch of word salad and saying things that make it sound good at the end of the day. Okay, so please miss me with it. Okay, Jeff says Dr. Shiva or Trump for president. Hopefully Dr. Shiva. But Miss Kabammy needs to have several seats, is all I'm saying. Now, let me go back and share my screen. Honey, I'm fact checking her behind today. She's going to miss me with it. All these lies. And she... at the end of the day, she thinks she can say whatever she wants to say and nobody's going to do the research. But see, I know she's a liar. And I just have one question.
They think we are fools? Do they think we are fools?
Apparently she does. Okay, but let's continue. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance.
Big one is immigration. As Vice President, you were tasked with addressing the root causes of migration in southern countries. And
northern part of Central America.
The northern part of Central America that affects the southern border of the U.S. Mm-hmm. During the Biden-Harris administration, there were record numbers of illegal border crossings. Why did the Biden-Harris administration wait 3.5 years to implement sweeping asylum restrictions?
Well, first of all, the root causes work that I did as vice president, that I was asked to do by the president, has actually resulted in a number of benefits, including...
Let me stop right there. I can answer that for her. And I'm sure rather accurately. She just asked her, why did the Biden administration wait 3.5 years to decide to do something about the border and these illegals and all of that? Well, because they were trying to let as many of them come over here as they could so that they could get them to usurp the vote. And also, when it was almost time for another election, hence 3.5 years, okay, is when they decided to do something. That was all to make it look good, because they knew darn well that they were not going to get some of the black votes when we realized they're letting all these illegals come over here. Okay, so please pay attention. And also they know that some of these white folk also don't like the fact that they let all these people over here and then giving them all these benefits. All right. So please pay attention. More lies.
Historic investments by American businesses in that region. The number of immigrants coming from that region has actually reduced since we began that work. But I will say this, that Joe Biden and I and our administration worked with members of the United States Congress on an immigration issue that is very significant to the American people and to our security, which is the border. And through bipartisan work, including some of the most conservative members of the United States Congress, a bill was crafted, which we supported, which I support. And Donald Trump got word of this bill that would have contributed to securing our border. And because he believes that it would not have helped him politically, he told his folks in Congress, don't put it forward. He killed the bill.
Our issue, big one, is immigration.
Okay, so I want you all to pay attention to something. I'm going to go to another clip in just a second when they ask her, when she said she would be appointing, hold on. Kamala Harris says she would be open to appointing a Republican to her cabinet for diversity if she's elected. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. But here's the thing. Now, she talks about fracking. Let me tell you all, for those of you who don't know about fracking, okay, and why that's important. Well, here's why it's important. And mind you, she is against it. Now, she can turn around and say, oh, I'm going to go ahead. I don't oppose it, da-da-da. That's just to get votes. That's just for her to get votes. Please pay attention and don't be fooled by her rhetoric. Because at the end of the day, she initially said she was against it and she wanted to ban it, okay? But here's why it's important. Because first of all, fracking lowers energy prices. Okay, I did a whole thing on fracking about 4 years ago when I was on Fly Nubian Queen, okay? But here's the thing. Fracking has led to lower natural gas prices, which has benefited consumers and businesses. Okay, it has reduced carbon emissions. Natural gas is the cleanest burning fossil fuel, and fracking has helped to reduce carbon dioxide emissions in the United States. Okay, now increased energy security. Fracking has increased oil and natural gas production, which has strengthened energy security. Okay, access to unconventional resources. Fracking has allowed access to oil and gas deposits that were previously inaccessible. And also job creation. That's one of the biggest things that Americans should be concerned about as it pertains to fracking. Job creation. Fracking has created jobs in economically reactivated areas where oil and gas are extracted. Because, hey, people got to come and extract the gas. They have to come and drill for it. Okay, because that's basically what fracking is. Okay, drilling and all of that. Now, also complements other energy sources. Natural gas power plants are reliable and flexible and complement other energy sources like solar and wind. Okay. And so at the end of the day, she needs to sit down somewhere. Now, of course, there are some downsides to fracking, like too much of it could potentially cause earthquakes. Okay. Or including air and water pollution. But hey, we're going to have air and water pollution to a degree anyway because of all the other things that are going on. So at the end of the day, those are just the downsides of it. But at the end of the day, it's also very beneficial. So which is which? Which is better? And another thing is I want you to pay attention to how she sits here and constantly when she's asked questions, rather than just answer the questions, she keeps bringing up things that Trump has done. Now, the only reason I mentioned this is because I find it very interesting that the media, the lamestream, they keep reporting how Trump's going in on her, and he really does go in on her. I just wish that he would stop and just stick to the facts and the politics of it all and the policy and issues, but he keeps going in on her, right? Which is annoying to me. But it's also annoying to me when she keeps bringing his name up every time they ask her what she is going to do. Can't you just tell us what you're going to do without pointing the finger at Trump? And also, when she says that she was in Vegas and she spoke to an elder who showed her her prescription prices, she stole that from Trump too. Because let's not forget that it was Trump's idea for the no taxes on tips, and that was all when he was in Vegas. And he said that a waitress or someone showed him their taxes for their tips or whatever. And so that's when he decided to do it. So now somebody showed her their receipts too. And so now this is why while she was in Vegas. Okay, she stole that from Trump. She also stole the tax on tips from Trump. And she also stole building the wall from Trump. Now, I'm sorry. Make it all make sense. Okay, but let's continue.
A lot of Republican speakers at the convention. Will you appoint a Republican to your cabinet?
Yes, I would.
Anyone in mind?
I would. No one in particular in mind. We got 68 days to go with this election, so I'm not putting the cart before the horse, but I would. I think it's really important. I have spent my career inviting diversity of opinion. I think it's important to have people at the table when some of the most important decisions are being.
Again, I must call BS. The only reason she's saying this right now, as far as I'm concerned, is because some of the Republicans have sided with her rather than Trump. Okay, so she doesn't want to tick anybody on the Republican side off at this point, as she needs all the votes that she can clearly get. And so she's just, listen, at the end of the day, this woman's just saying whatever everybody or anybody wants to hear. Okay, and I'm sure you can tell that by her demeanor. First of all, here's the thing. She answered that question so quickly. She immediately said yes, which in my opinion is absolutely a sign of someone who's lying. Okay, a sign of someone who's lying. At the end of the day, it can all be so simple. Says exactly. Claudette says tiptoeing. Okay, exactly. Queen Sam said, why does she always sound like her throat is dry? Girl, get a sip of Flint water. Okay, yeah, why don't they ask her about that? Why don't they ask her, why hasn't her and Biden done anything for the water in Flint? Why don't they also ask her, because she's acting like she's trying to do all this stuff to help disparaging communities? Or, I'm sorry, no, she isn't. She keeps saying middle class. Okay, so middle class, but what about poor people? Okay, poor people are the ones that need child tax credit increases, not middle class. Poor people are the ones that need the money to help them buy homes and all of that. They're the ones who need those thousands of dollars in food stamps and cash that she's given to the illegals. Her and Biden are giving to the illegals. Does she give a darn about poor people? Well, of course she doesn't. All right, so please pay attention.
Made that have different views, different experiences. And I think it would be to the benefit of the American public to have a member of my cabinet who was a Republican.
Had a lot of Republican speakers at the convention. Will you appoint a Republican to your cabinet?
Yes, I would.
Anyone in mind?
Yes, I would. No one in particular in mind.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's safe to assume at this point that she's just telling a whole bunch of lies and BS. Okay, I'm sorry. Now, with that all being said, now that we know that the lies are being told clearly, let's just move right along, because I'm telling you, she's full of crap. All right, she is full of crap. Another thing is, did you all know that she's now tried to change her mind? Let me pull this up real quick. She's tried to change her mind about the debate that she already agreed to. Okay, they'd already agreed to the rules for the debate, and now she's trying to change it. How come nobody's going in on her like they went in on Trump? Okay, the only one said anything about it is Fox News, and we know they're going to say something about it. But pay attention. The Harris campaign says it won't sign off on the rules for the upcoming ABC News presidential debate over the microphones being muted. Now, the September 10th debate was supposed to maintain the same guidelines previously agreed upon by the Biden and Trump campaigns, which included that mics be muted outside of talking time. However, the Harris campaign claims that the rules are still not set and it is in negotiations with ABC, saying our latest understanding is that even though Trump said Monday he would be fine with an unmuted mic, his handlers don't trust him to spar live with VP Harris and are asking ABC to ignore Trump's comments and keep the mics muted, or else they will back out of the debate for the third time. This is what Harris's spokesperson Brian Fallon said on X on Thursday. Now, the post went on to say, we have been asked to accede to Trump's handlers' wishes on this point for the sake of preserving the debate. We find that Trump's team stands to be weak and remain in discussion with ABC on the final news or the final rules. Okay, now, so they're saying that Trump is okay with doing what Kabami wants to do. I just want you all to pay attention, because what they're saying is that Trump, he did say on Monday that he would do it, the way she wants to do it. But now they're saying that his handlers don't want him to. So Trump has handlers. Maybe he does. But if he has handlers, then so doesn't she. Okay, doesn't she have them too? But hold on. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. So it has come out that basically ABC is not going for it. ABC News rejects Kamala Harris's last-minute bid, because she did this all at the last minute, to change Trump debate rules that will keep mics muted. Okay, so let's get into it. They said she's trying to get out of it. All right, I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this.
Former President Donald Trump accused Vice President Kamala Harris on Monday of trying to duck next month's ABC News presidential debate by demanding that the Republican nominee take part without a, quote, muted microphone. 45th president said scheduled September 10th showdown during an appearance at a Vietnamese restaurant in Falls Church that the truth was they're trying to get out of it because she doesn't want to debate. She's not a good debater. She's not a smart person, is what he said. Harris campaign senior communications advisor Brian Fallon had issued a statement earlier on Monday saying that Harris told ABC and other networks seeking to host a possible October debate that they believe both candidates' mics should be live throughout the entire broadcast. That led to a subsequent statement by Trump campaign advisor Jason Miller, who fired back saying the Democratic nominees camp wanted to change the rules that they'd already agreed to when Biden was still the Democratic nominee. Harris has yet to set for a major media interview or any interview since taking Biden's place on that ticket. She has also declined to confirm 2 other proposed debates with President Trump that were to be hosted by both Fox News and NBC News.
Okay, so I'm sorry, please pay attention with that all been said. But now let's go to this other clip. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. I'm going to share my screen.
Correspondent Aisha Hasni spoke with Senator Vance one-on-one ahead of remarks in Big Rapids. She joins us from there now. Good evening, Aisha.
Right, good evening to you. And on that debate, it's only getting a little bit more confusing by the day. Tonight, a Fox source familiar tells Fox News that there will be an ABC debate and the mics will be muted. And that is what former President Trump announced tonight on Truth Social. However, the network itself has not confirmed that. And the Harris campaign is telling Fox tonight, quote, this remains an ongoing conversation with ABC. Former President Trump on Truth Social today announcing the first presidential debate hosted by ABC is on. Writing the rules will be the same as the last CNN debate, which means the mics stay muted when the other candidate is talking. He adds the candidates cannot bring notes or cheat sheets.
He wants to do a debate.
Senator J.D. Vance standing up for his boss on the campaign trail after the Harris camp claimed that Trump wanted to get out of the debate. Vance told Fox the campaign isn't budging on the rules. But do you think he'd be open to renegotiating the rules just to put on a debate for America?
You know, I don't know. I don't think we're going to get there yet, right? We're going to actually make them follow the rules that they agreed to.
Vance making his 4th visit to Michigan. This time at a Big Rapids $2.4 billion lithium battery plant for electric vehicles. Democrat Governor Gretchen Whitmer touting the creation of more than 2,000 jobs. But former President Trump says the push for EVs is, quote, killing Michigan.
Even some of the folks in Obama's administration said that the Goshen factory plant is a threat to America's national security.
Vance also blaming the Biden-Harris administration's energy policy for the shutdown of 2 major engine plants in the battleground state. Also happening tonight, Brett, the Trump campaign slamming Harris for coming out today and saying that she does not support an EV mandate, but she did co-sponsor a 2019 bill called Zero Emissions Vehicles Act, which requires car manufacturers to have to produce only vehicles that only sell zero emissions vehicles by 2040. Brett?
Aisha Hasni in Big Rapids, Michigan. Aisha, thanks.
Okay, so please pay attention. You all heard it. At the end of the day, she's just telling a whole bunch of lies. Okay, she's telling a whole bunch of lies as far as I'm concerned. Don't believe a word of it. Okay? And so that's why I'm saying nobody can make it make sense as far as I'm concerned. This woman is saying anything and everything. And at the end of the day, here's the thing. I believe that now she's the one running scared from the debate because she doesn't want to accept the rules that the Democrats already agreed to, the Biden administration already agreed to. Okay? And then here's the thing. Why doesn't she want to accept those rules? Is it because she's afraid to debate Trump? Well, I don't think that was ever the problem until Trump got with Tolsi Gabbard. Now, you all remember Tolsi Gabbard. That's the lady who ate her up alive in the 2020 debate when she was initially running for president. That's the lady who brought out the receipts and the proof that she sat up there and put 1,500 people in jail, not prison, for marijuana, then laughed about it. And she didn't deny it. D.L. Hughley can sit there and say he had false receipts or whatever and apologize like an idiot. But at the end of the day, she absolutely did that when she was the prosecutor, not the attorney general that they keep trying to say, because we didn't say she did it as attorney general. She did it as the prosecutor. Second of all, Tolsi Gabbard is also the same person who brought out the fact that she had evidence that could have gotten people off death row, and she sat on that evidence until a judge forced her to do something about it. Okay, she also had 600 people that were sent to prison because the woman was messing with the lab test in the drug lab, and Kabami didn't want to do anything until a judge forced her to do so. So at the end of the day, she's afraid of Tolsi Gabbard. And don't forget that I told you that Tolsi Gabbard, who is a lieutenant colonel in the military, is now on a terrorist watch list. Who put her on there? Well, the Democrats did. Why would they do that? Did Kabami put him up to it? Well, I'm pretty sure she did. Okay, because she doesn't like that woman. And like I told you all a couple of weeks ago, Trump has been consulting with Tolsi Gabbard as to how he should approach his debate with Kabami. And that was smart. Now Kabami's running scared. Now she wants to change the rules. Why does she want the mics to not be muted? If you're having a debate, doesn't it make sense that the mic of the person not speaking is muted while you speak? And then when it's your turn, the other person has to keep their mic muted? The reason she doesn't want the mics muted, in my opinion, is because she wants to be able to interrupt him when he starts going in with the digs and bringing in the receipts that I'm sure he's going to get from Tolsi. Okay? At the end of the day. Timber Dan says Biden wanted mics muted and Harris wants them unmuted. I don't think mics need to be muted. Why is Trump scared to have mics unmuted? Trump loves to talk, LOL. Well, here's the thing. Like I just said, Dan, thank you for your contribution and your insight. Like I just said, at the end of the day, whatever the reason Trump wants the mics muted, Biden wanted them muted as well. And that's what was agreed to. You don't get to change the rules at the last minute. And here's another thing, Dan. Trump already agreed to have them unmuted. Did you miss that part? I literally just told you all that Trump agreed to have them unmuted if that's what she wants. But now they're trying to say that his handlers are the ones who wants to keep them muted. The fact of the matter is ABC doesn't want to change the darn rules. They rejected her request that she put in at the last minute. So how's Trump the one running scared all of a sudden? She's the one running scared. Okay, that's how that goes. All right. I mean, don't hate the messenger. Okay. Miguel says she wanted the mics unmuted before. Exactly. Of course she did. She wanted them unmuted before. Okay, so with that all being said, she wants to be able to interrupt, to intervene when somebody's dropping receipts on her. And she knows he's going to have them receipts because he's going to get it from Tolsi Gabbard, whom she can't stand. Okay, so please pay attention. At the end of the day, Trump already went ahead and did her a favor, as far as I'm concerned, by agreeing to have them unmuted. So I'm sorry, how's he the one running scared? At the end of the day, yeah, they said he was running scared before, but now it looks like she is. And like I said, she's running scared from Tolsi Gabbard, not Trump. Okay? at the end of the day, and it only makes sense. And Dan says he doesn't think the mics need to be muted. Well, of course they do. Why should somebody be allowed to interrupt you when you have the floor? Why should you be allowed to interrupt someone else when they have the floor? Why should people be talking over each other? Let the facts come out. The only time people want to interrupt you when you're producing facts during a debate is because they're afraid of something you're going to say, or they're trying to distract you, talk over you, because they don't want you to get your point across. That's what that is. That's the only reason. Miguel says, Jay Miguel says facts, Queen. Thank you, beloved. Okay, Juju B says right. Okay, exactly. Okay, Edward says, they want to catch Trump saying something inappropriate so they can go in on him. Exactly. She wants to be able to interrupt. She doesn't want to simply wait her turn, as anybody in the debate should do. You should always have to wait your turn. Okay? You should always have to wait your turn. So C Note says she wants to turn a debate into an argument. Yes. And the only time people want to turn a debate into an argument is when somebody's speaking a truth about them that they don't want spoken. Okay? RG Titan said agreed. All right. Annabelle says Kamala will go on stage and remind people why they didn't like her before. Exactly. That's what it is. Okay, as far as I'm concerned. So with that all being said, a whole bunch of lies is going on is all I'm saying. Now, let's get into these receipts about Dame Dash before we roll out of here. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, here we go. So Dame Dash, as you all know, I reported to you that Dame Dash was having his property auctioned off and all of that. And so now they say that his Rockefeller share auction has been delayed over child support claims. The auction's now going to take place on September the 21st. They say that there's been reports that a federal judge, Robert W. Luberger, notified Dash that he owes $197,000 in unpaid child support to New York City, and the state wants some of the sales funds to help relieve some of his $8.7 million tax debt. Okay, now the judge explains that the delay will give the film producer, Josh Weber, more than enough time to take up to hike up the asking price of Dash's stake in Rockefeller Records. The outlet reports that Weber has already moved to make a deal with the city and the state regarding the sale, but Dash's attorney claims that they weren't notified about the new agreement. Okay, and so let me share my screen so we can go to this video of Dame Dash, what he has to say. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance, beloveds.
As we all know, 1/3 of Rockefeller Inc., which owns Reasonable Doubt, is for sale. And I've gotten a lot of calls, a lot of offers. I don't know if people are hummer stunting, or not. We'll see who shows up. But I definitely got some very healthy offers, and I appreciate those. And, obviously, if someone's trying to hate on the price or trying to devalue it, it would be because they want to buy it. Like a first right of refusal. So if you do want to buy 1/3 of Rockefeller Inc., you are going to have to bring some bread. And anything over 10 million, I'm going to sweeten the pot. You get an original Rockefeller chain from off my neck. So, I say, because I was the only one that gave out Rockefeller chains when Rockefeller really existed. If I don't give you the chain, it's not a legit Rockefeller chain. You get one of these, this is legit. This is the old school one from off my neck.
All right, so y'all heard what the man said. Y'all heard what the man said, but now hold on. Before we roll up out of here, because the next live is starting at 11:45. I had to change the time, okay, because we ran a little over on here. Okay, there's the link for the next live in the chat, beloveds. Now here's the thing. Megyn Kelly had some things to say about Kabami, which I feel like she needs to sit down somewhere, because Megyn Kelly, first of all, who is she to call anybody names such as stupid or idiot? I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm going to share my screen. Here we go.
I mean, everyone's supposed to be celebrating that she could be our first female president, and she can't even do a sit-down interview on her own. I got news for you, Madam Harris. That's not how the presidency is supposed to work. You actually are a single individual imbued with a lot of power. Go read Article 2. And you don't get to do it with your binky right next to you. Your big white blankie for every interview. That's what he is.
At a fundamental level.
I used to have a big white blankie that I carried everywhere. He happens to be white, and he is her big white blankie that she needs in order to talk to the press.
Okay, I absolutely cannot stand Megyn Kelly. Who is she to talk trash about anybody? But listen to this video where she was talking all the trash. Hold on, beloveds. Okay, here we go.
Possibilities. It's impossible. I realize we've had dumb people elected president before. She wouldn't be the first. But I mean, she's not only is she a woman, she's a black woman. Yes, we've elected a black person before, mixed race, President Obama. But that alone, let's just be honest, that would be a challenge for her as the first black woman. But on top of all that, she's an idiot. That's the real problem.
Now, y'all know I can't stand Kabami, but at the end of the day, who the hell can Megyn Kelly call an idiot? Okay, who can she call an idiot? This woman is nothing but a hater. Now, listen to what she said about another journalist. Hold on, and then I'm out of here.
I'm sorry, but she's only a star with leftists. And the fact that she has some roots in Alabama does not make her a fair and balanced reporter. I will submit to the record, her biggest sin is not that she is biased, though she is. It's that she's boring. She's extremely boring with no personality. I have a pro tip for her. Smile. Try smiling every once in a while. Try not to be like in your delivery, such a cold-hearted all the time, because it gives people nothing to bond to. You can be a tough interviewer and also have some warmth.
I'm sorry. Who's listening to this fool these days? Okay. Didn't she get fired? All right. Anyway, I'm out of here. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. Please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And if you are already subscribed, please double check to make sure you're still subscribed, especially if you have not been receiving those notifications. With that all being said, I love you all to life. I hope you enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. I will be live on the spiritual channel at 6:15 this evening. Sorry, I had missed it yesterday. I had something came up, so I wasn't on there, but we will definitely be on there today. And also, above all that drama, said tall forehead H-O. He called her a garden tool. Okay, so once again, there's the link to the next live. Okay, so I love you all to life. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
With that gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas.
other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me?